It's Jeff again here, 2429 Southeast Harrison Street. Just making a second video, pulling back here. So right there, I pushed just past the transition to get my camera leveled off. I'm getting a little bit of a wonky locate there. The most consistent depth I was getting was around 5 foot 4 inches, which feels too shallow. But I did get some locates jumping down to around 7.5 feet, which feels more like that may be the depth, but I'm not getting consistent depths there for some odd reason. So if you do any digging, I would highly recommend relocating that marking out there near the curb. I put a white marking, it's adjacent to a green paint marking the city did. My locates are coming in about 1.5 feet to the side of theirs. But that marking is to be considered rough until you double check. Now the line may be fairly shallow. Right there, I'm right at the base, little red steps off that front left corner of the house, right where they meet the sidewalk. And I was barely getting 4 feet deep there, about 3'10" to 4 feet. The tie-in there on the side is small diameter. That's indicative of a storm system tie-in there. Heck, you look like you've got a crack forming right here too. Let me pull back here. Yeah, there's no pipe joint there. So that, it's kind of hard to see, but I'm right up against a crack in the pipe right now. If you pull back, you can kind of see a line running down the sidewall of the pipe there. Anyway, the concrete's current condition, it amazingly has good slope and grade still. This is the time to do the liner on it if you're going to go a trenchless route. And the way that debris is piling up here, I think you're getting water's escaping the line. I've had a couple of moments there where the water flow was inconsistent. It was dropping off and not matching how much was coming out of the sink. So, which would explain why some of this debris is piling up right here right as it gets into the concrete. Alright, and then there's these little brick steps that go across the front of the house. We're still right in front of the front left corner of the home. There's kind of some little tuft of grass growing off of one of those brick steps. You'll see a very small white T marking there. I didn't want to paint the decorative brick. But that is right where very close where the transition is. And at that point there, only getting about 4 foot 10 inches. It's a surprisingly shallow basement sewer line. Anyway, I recommend due to the condition of the concrete pipe, you've got at least 2 holes that have formed, a potential crack there, and just overall the concrete is just worn out. And it looks like water is dropping off, or the flow is, due to the joints being open to the ground. So recommend a full update to all concrete and potentially a little bit of clay pipe. Basically everything from the cast iron transition to the end of homeowner responsibility. I recommend updating. You can do a liner on this one. It is a candidate for it due to the slope and grade of the line. You can also dig it. Either way, once the repair is done, make sure a rescope is performed to check the work. If you dig the line, you want to make sure that happens after the trench is closed so you can catch any settling problems that may occur. Cast iron pipe there is in very reasonable shape for its age and has good flow.